Just in the first day, Colorado marijuana sales made well over $1 million. 2014 will see a $571 million profit on legal marijuana sales. The taxes are estimated to bring $67 million per year initially. 27.5 will go to school construction and $6 million will go to local governments. That leaves $33.5 million for the state to regulate stores and fund marijuana education and treatment programs.
Well, I did watch the video, and I do believe that video is dated. It's now 2016. It seems like that video was produced prior to or right after the legalization of marijuana in Colorado. So yes, they had some statistics about money and how much it was going to generate and where the money was going to be spent. But if you look at current statistics, that's actually not happening. The Denver Post, dated October 30th, 2016, outlined that in 2015, Colorado collected $135 million in marijuana taxes. The total state budget for Colorado is $27 billion. So $135 million is actually a very low number. It's a drop in the bucket. The taxes collected from the sale of cannabis is a lot of money, but recreational marijuana affects other Colorado resources.
There's a stereotype that stoners don't do anything, but marijuana users are actually doing quite a bit to help the homeless in one Colorado town. The city of Aurora will fight homelessness using $1.5 million in pot funds in the city's 2017 and 2018 budgets. The money will fund educational programs and vans to be used for mobile outreach to the homeless. Weed sales in Aurora this year are expected to more than double from 2015. City officials are hopeful the pot money can also finance city nonprofits, road improvements, and a new recreation center. With all the marijuana money set to improve Aurora, it raises the question, how much could the US as a whole benefit if it legalized and taxed marijuana nationwide? The independent research organization Tax Foundation crunched the numbers and found a mature marijuana industry could generate up to $28 billion in tax revenues for federal, state, and local governments. To put that in perspective, NASA's entire 2016 budget was only $18 billion. Legal marijuana quickly outpaced revenue estimates in Colorado, and the study says other states would benefit similarly, from not only sales tax on the pot, but income and payroll taxes from the marijuana industry. In addition to all the new tax revenue, a study from Harvard researchers estimates the government would save around $8.7 billion that it spends enforcing the federal prohibition of marijuana.
I think marijuana affects Sheboygan County currently because there are people who see that this is a marketplace. They come here and they sell marijuana, and they don't just sell marijuana. From my experience, they sell other things. There's heroin. There's always been an issue with cocaine in our community. Prescription meds has always been a big deal, and meth. So people who come to sell marijuana from other communities, since we are right on the I-43 corridor, come here, and when they're doing that, they're committing other crimes. The position I'm in is working in the schools. I don't think marijuana possession in the schools is welcome or allowed at any time, and should be handled as a criminal matter, not as an ordinance matter as things have been handled out in the community as a whole. So as someone who works in the schools, I handle everything as a criminal matter when it comes to marijuana usage.
Not everyone in the state has the same opinion.
So do you think that
the legalization of marijuana had a negative impact in Colorado?
I would say that ultimately it probably isn't good for our society.
Erie Police Chief Marco Vasquez says law enforcement has had challenges identifying drug drivers and keeping the legal marijuana from leaving the state. He says crime has gone up, but there's no way to know if it's because of legalizing pot.
I will tell you, I think it is more complex for law enforcement because it is, there's a lot more gray area.
Whether for or against pot, the leaders in Colorado leave this advice to Ohio or any other state wanting to take on legal marijuana.
When it becomes the law, no matter what your position on it was, and you better figure out how to make it work.